of protecting so-called scientific theories, which for ideological reasons you do not want to perish, protecting them by pulling things out of thin air. This has become a very, very popular modus operandi in the scientific world, and it has been used extensively, for example, in astrophysics. Astrophysics has been kept alive since its origin back in the 50s? Anyhow, it's been around for many, many decades, and the results, observations, for the most part, were not friendly to the theory at all. And so the theory has been kept alive by some very brilliant ad hoc interventions. I think perhaps the first one was inflation. According to the laws of physics, the transition from the Big Bang to later identifiable stages of the cosmos could not, according to the laws of physics, proceed fast enough to accord with various measurable effects. And so somebody invented this very sophisticated, brilliant notion of inflation, which would speed things up and then make things
match the data.
Match the data, exactly. And this immediately was embraced by the physics community, not as a theory, as an ad hoc idea, but as a solid truth. What makes it true is that it justifies,
keeps the theory alive.
The Einsteinian astrophysics. In the mind of the physicist, that's enough to give credence to this new idea. It is kind of an inversion. It used to be that you test the theory, you make experiments to see whether it squares or not with the facts, and if it doesn't, you drop the theory.
So the scientific world has certainly decided that there are a couple of key theories, most importantly Darwinian evolution and Einsteinian relativity.
These are the main
that
ones.
have reached the level of dogma, and that they're no longer subject to true scientific falsifiability. They're actually justifications for ad hoc theories that allow them to fit the data to the theory to preserve.
Exactly. And there was a very great and influential philosopher of science by the name of Popper, who stated that a theory is not really scientific if it is not falsifiable. In other words, there must be some experimentum crucis which in principle could falsify the theory. And if there is no such experiment, then the theory is mythical or poetic, but not scientific. Scientific truth must be falsifiable. And now, what in effect these sciences like Darwinian evolutionism and Einsteinian astrophysics, what they have done is throw out this condition of falsifiability. If they had remained true, and this was, so to speak, a textbook condition of what is required of a scientific theory, what a theory must do to be entitled scientific. So they've thrown that out because in practice, both Darwinism and Einsteinian astrophysics have been treated as unfalsifiable. So whenever anything came up which prima facie would falsify, they have introduced an ad hoc condition which keeps it going.